Hello, Herotaku Nation. This is another review. This time it is SHF Figuarts Mighty Morphin Power Rangers MMPR Pink. Now, this Pink Ranger is to commemorate the 20th anniversary of the series. Along with that, it was a Tamashii Webshop exclusive in Japan, but a regular release here in America. The box art is quite different on its Japanese release than it is in its American release, because it is celebrating Zyuranger. Now, the box art has this awesome silver tint to it, and on the back has like a really cool pink. Now, the one thing that is kind of bad about this figure is it doesn't have much accessories per se, as it shows on the box art, and which it actually does contain. Now, in this release, we have Pink with her power bow, her power blaster, and power blaster combined with the slinger. They took out the power blaster with its blade and the slinger on its own. It comes with 5 additional hands and a hand that holds the arrow. Now, a lot of people say the arrow tends to break easily and fast. You could just literally like drop a dime, and just the sound of a dime hitting the floor could crack this thing, supposedly. That's how crazy it is. But overall, I tend to enjoy the figure, and I'm going to show you why. Alright, the actual figure for Pink Ranger, or Tower Ranger, whichever you want to call her, has the basic points of articulation as a male-designed Figuart and a basic Tamashii brand figure, where it has the basic shoulder, elbow, wrist, waist, hip, which is a little bit hindered by the dress, because it is a little bit hard rubbery plastic, knee, ankle, toe, which my toe is actually a little stiff, which is weird. I just put it on display a couple of days ago. Toe, head, and neck articulation. Now, there are some pros and some cons here. First off, the pros. It's completing the MMPR wave. MMPR is a nostalgia factor for a lot of people, such as myself growing up. Do I think it's the best series out there? No. Not in the franchise. Not the best. But it is one of the good ones, because it did start the legacy. It started the legacy, but it doesn't mean it's the best. But overall, it has really nice suits and designs. Very iconic and familiar. Now, the pink isn't as light as it should be. It's a little bit darker, but it actually makes the figure stand out a lot more, and makes it a little bit more its own, design or its own self from, the American footage compared to the Japanese footage. Now, the only few issues I have with the figure is it is a lot smaller, but it is using the basic female's mold, and because it's smaller, the head doesn't look astronomically logical or proportionate to a woman's body. I mean, it just looks really huge. It's almost the entire size of her chest to her abs. I mean, this thing is literally this entire centerpiece almost, which is awkward. It kind of looks like that Robot Chicken sketch where the kid was put into that Power Ranger outfit that his mother made for him. Personally, it's just a great base figure, and it's one of my first female Figuarts, because a lot of the female Figuarts for Super Sentai and or Power Rangers are exclusives and are hard to come by if you want to at least save your money. Now, with the few accessories she does have, which is her Power Blaster and Thunder Slinger combined mode, the Power Blaster just goes right into the hilt like it normally does, and that's about it that you can do with the figure, since it only has its combined 5 pentagon attack. With that being said, with the fact that it only comes with the blaster for its pentagon attack and the Thunder Slinger combined, there's not much you can really do with this figure as display purposes. All you can mostly display it as is with its bow and arrow, which is actually really freaking fragile. So be careful with it. And there you have probably the only pose you can really put this wonderful, wonderful MMPR Pink Ranger figure in. There's a few other poses, yes, you can do with her jumping and shooting, with her shooting on one side, or just the way you angle her, so you can really just put on a lot of different, ways to pose her with her accessories alone, but she is better with the other Rangers. I personally think it'll be great once the Power Blaster finally comes out, once they release yellow and blue to complete the whole combined power cannon, to have them on display. Personally, I believe you should not buy this figure at retail. Get it for a sale. At one time, Amazon did have it for $20. Yes, 20 USD, which is great, because that's pretty much what I think this figure is worth, even though I really love it because it is my first female Figuart, and it helps me complete one of my, in a sense, favorite teams, only due to nostalgia, because it is the first, and they are the first I was brought up with. However, I do say there are other seasons that are possibly even better than MMPR. Now, you can buy this figure on Amazon. Big Bad Toy Store. I think CS Toys may have a few left of the Terra Ranger. And you can buy this on a lot of other retailers, such as Yahoo Japan Auctions, and from middlemen, if they still have them left over, to which they can probably get them from Yahoo Japan Auctions for you, the American audience, or the international audience that chooses to have it as its Super Sentai counterpart. Other than that, I do believe some hobby shops like Barnes & Nobles do carry these, so check there if you don't want to spend your money online. Other than that, stay tuned for more reviews from this channel here, Herotaku.com. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and check out our website, along with Raijo Nihon and its several podcasts. As for now, we'll see you next time.